Hello. Welcome back to Paralyzed Podcast. It's been
Too long?
like actually time?
3 weeks, has it? Like almost a month?
Really? Okay, it felt longer, so I don't feel as bad anymore. I thought it was
I think
longer.
I don't think so, unless I'm wrong. But
Well, I don't know, but hey, we're back. That's all that matters. I'm
honestly,
in a sorority here, so if I'm over here doing all of this, I'm so sorry.
it's like, how can you
Also,
not?
right, and it's like it's super loose too. And my hair is still drying and I hate wet hair, so everyone just ignore that. Ignore the fact that my hair is flat and wet right now. And over here. Hello. So what's up, Deja? How you been? Let us know.
Oh man, life
I
has
know.
been nothing but eventful,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, I'm trying to think, like last time I think we spoke, it was around May. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was
I
around
have
May.
no
Well,
question.
yeah, life was kind of just like chill. It seemed fine. I started school back up and I'm at a point where it's just internship stuff. I already got fired 2 weeks into my internship, so there's that.
What in the world? What is your luck with jobs, bro? What happened?
I don't know what happened. I honestly think it was a matter. Well, I was late a few times to these like little Zoom calls. What is a
Okay.
Zoom call? Like, let's be serious. I was like probably like
Right.
3, 5 minutes late, and then I had missed the meeting completely. But to be fair, like it wasn't in my calendar. And if you don't follow up about like, hey, we're meeting here or whatever,
Yeah.
to me it's like nothing happened. Like there's
Right.
no actual like solidification of a meeting. Gave my apologies. I was like, I'm gonna set reminders. I'll check my emails multiple times a day. I'll do all this great stuff. She was not having it.
What she
She
said?
sent, she like was you can tell that she was really trying her hardest to keep her composure because she
Yeah.
kept like coming at me like okay, so like do you see what this means? Like do you see what this did? Like do you see what this like do you see that like, and I'm like,
Mhm.
ma'am, I'm aware of my fault here. I'm trying to tell you that this is how we're gonna move forward. Are you capable of moving forward or what would you like? I don't think she was. So she didn't even have the decency to like email me to follow up with my professor to kind of talk about how we can move forward with this. She pretty much said, she's terminated, we're done. Here's this, forward it to me, not my school email, not even directly.
Wow.
That was that. Um,
Wow.
so now I'm like, am I still in school? Is it done? Like, what's going on? Are we able to like find a new position? So that's like all up in the air. I also got fired from the cookie place.
Bro, I thought it was fine.
Sometimes I speak without like say like realizing what I'm saying. I pretty much told her that this is not a priority for me. Like, Miss Ma'am, this is the last thing on my list of things to really be caring about, respectfully. I was like, the same manner you want to be treating me as an employee is the same manner I'm gonna show up and treat you, respectfully. It was giving that like she was, I don't want to say racist, but he was very much only in favor of white passing individuals. Like Maria was Spanish, he was white passing. They hired an Asian girl. They fired her within her third shift. She was still training everything. Everybody that's there is white passing. So I got the boot. I said, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not stressing it. And
That's
what
sad
else happened?
news. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
What's
I was
the
just like,
cookie? What's the name of that place?
the half cookie.
Half cookie. Yeah, fuck them. I ain't
Honestly,
never
yeah.
tried them, and now I'm not gonna.
No, you did. That's the box I sent you.
Oh fuck! I did try them.
We're
Fuck.
not supporting anymore though. Like that's what I said. I was
Exactly.
like, I ain't going to give her none of my coins. I was like, whatever, Miss Ma'am, goodbye. Aside from that though, I moved out into my own studio apartment.
Yeah.
The like first week of like June, I was doing all that. I'm still
Nice.
unpacking. It honestly felt like a little gift to myself. Like as I turned 27, like here's my own place. Like all these great things. Super cute. I'm like realizing I had so much shit. So I'm like unpacking, getting rid of so much stuff, and being like, I never needed any of this to begin with, but here we are. Um,
Fuck it.
I also got a little kitten for my birthday. I got her. Someone got
Has
me.
your,
Yeah.
it's so funny because has your Saturn return actually started? Have you checked to see if it's gone into your degree yet?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
You should check because I had to come to a better understanding on how the Saturn return works. And so your active Saturn return doesn't begin until it's in the degree of which it was in when you were born. So even though I'm going to turn 27 in however many months, my Saturn return won't start until I think it's at I'm 28 or somewhere over there. And then it'll last 3 years into that, right? But like it doesn't start until the degrees reach what it was when you were born. So you should check because I checked for Taylor and I know that they're in their active Saturn return right now. So you should look. You should look. And
I'm
they're
gonna
not
check.
27 yet. Wait, yes they are. Yes they are. Don't listen to me. Yes, they are.
I'm gonna check because I do feel like I know there's been a lot of things like with Venus and like all these other
Mhm,
planets
mhm,
that like feel super like impactful at this moment. Like things have definitely
mhm,
felt like a shatter ending, like losing a job in the process of
mhm,
moving, like
mhm.
figuring out how you're gonna navigate everything.
Yeah,
Followed by like thinking about like me, like, okay, I've been let go of like several different positions. Now, is it
mhm.
me? Am I the problem? Like really having to be internal and be like, okay, girl, what are you doing wrong? What's not working for you that you thought you
It's not
were able to
working.
do and
Yeah.
keep doing? So it's like there's something happening. So I'm gonna look into that and see. But I got a little Siamese kitten. It's so cute. His
Yeah.
name is
And also
Tofu.
like maybe
Oh, are we lagging? I think we're lagging.
yeah. Why hold on. The yeah, hold on. It's it says reconnecting on my end.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Okay. I love Siamese. We are Siamese, if you please. We are Siamese, if you don't please. Do you
Yes.
remember that? Bro, that's
I was
great.
like,
I love that.
I'm
That's so fucking cute.
so happy. I'm so happy. So that's been like, I think, major eventful stuff. I'm still teaching. I'm
Mhm.
still doing my whole everything. After you
Mhm.
told me you filled off your 75 hard, I've been trying so hard to keep going. But once you told me you
Bro,
stopped, I said,
yeah.
okay,
It's okay.
it's
I'm
over.
about to start it back up. No, I'm about to start it back up because the other day I was eating. What the fuck was I eating, bro? You know them tubs. You know them tubs of Toll House, like cookie dough, chocolate chip. Why did I scoop several scoops out? I put it in a mug. I microwaved the mug, and then I was eating that bitch just like that. And I ate so much that I was nauseous after, and I was like, I think I need to start the 75 hard again, or soft, or whatever the fuck. Girl, this you need to tap into something, some form of discipline again around your eating habits. So I'm about to start that shit again. I have to. It was doing so good for me. I have to go back to
Same.
it.
Same. That's what I'm saying. I was like, the water intake definitely, I think, made a difference. I'm like, okay, I
Yeah,
definitely need to be
yeah.
drinking a
A
decent
lot
amount of
more
water.
water, yeah.
Yes,
My thing
yes.
is like maybe not a gallon, but at least a half of a gallon.
Yeah,
You
that's what
know?
I said,
Yeah.
at least. So I was like, it
And
made me feel good. Oh,
yeah, and not eating past a certain time. I felt really good when I didn't eat past like 7. It felt good in my body. It felt like my body had time to digest. I woke up like light. You know what I mean? I didn't wake
yes.
up feeling like heavy and just gross. So I'm gonna even if I don't do the actual challenge, there are things from the challenge that I'll definitely incorporate into my day to day
Same.
because it felt good and I don't want to go back to feeling like just nasty in my
Mm-hmm.
body. Like I want to be comfortable in it. But when it was reconnecting, I was gonna say maybe it's like the universe trying to tell you, like, hey, maybe these type of careers aren't for you. Maybe it's worth taking a leap into something that is for you. Cause if not
Yeah, I
now,
thought
when?
about it. That's how I thought about it.
Yeah.
That's and it's funny you say that because
Mhm.
that's the same thing. I was like, I was doing what I do best, having several
Mhm.
things, and always being so
Mhm.
busy that I think that's why it put me in a position of like, all right, we cut this, we cut this. You weren't
Mhm.
gonna do it, we're gonna do it for you. And now I'm also in a position of like applying to jobs, not hearing back. So I'm like, am I supposed to just trust and then like, building what I keep saying I want or already doing it, but like taking it to another level and just applying myself like harder, like more to it and not being like, I need this to kind of survive. I need that to survive. Or like getting out of that survival fear mentality and being like, all right, I can trust myself, trust me, do the work, make it happen. Because who else is gonna do
Mhm.
it?
That part. That part.
Yeah.
What is it? Alice in the Wonderland, absent the fucking the caterpillar. He goes, I
Yeah.
like to think of 6 impossible things before breakfast or something like that. I have been trying to live more like that, like believing that the impossible can be possible for me. So like, I don't know, maybe believe that the impossible could be possible for you too. Like,
I've been trying. I've been
you know
trying.
what I mean? Hey, don't try, do.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
Period.
it every day. Every
Period.
day.
Period. Yo. Okay, well, let's take it back. May. We left our apartment. We downsized. I realized that I'm very, very grateful. As hard as my early life was in a lot of ways, and like in the moment, it didn't feel as hard because, the whole thing that like God gives you, universe, spirit gives you what you can handle, right? So like it didn't feel as hard as it probably would have if it wasn't mine to hold, like my earlier
Mm,
life. When I look back, I realize I can recognize, oh shit, I'm like you survived a lot, you thrived through a lot, you pushed through a lot, you like grew through a lot. You know what I mean? And I can appreciate that, but it won't be until moments where kind of like those lessons are being put to the test, kind of, that I'll realize and I'll be deeply grateful for the life that I had up to this point.
Mm.
I've lived many lives. I've moved a lot. There was a lot of times in my early 20s. I know I'm mid 20s now, but there was a lot of times in my early 20s, late teens, where I would be really sad because I wanted home, but I didn't know where home was. And I felt like I didn't have one. And for anyone who doesn't know, my mom indirectly kicked me out when I was 19, took away my keys, didn't let my sister open the door, that type of stuff. Of course, she's a Latina mom, so if you go up to her and say, "Hey, you kicked me out," she'll probably be like, "No." And it's like, girl, let's talk about the scenarios and let's see if it's a yes or a no. The jury's still out on that, babe. But so that was, and it was difficult, but I handled it all really well because, again, it was mine to handle. And what's the alternative? You know what I mean? So, and always had a touch of delusion that's kind of worked for me, just like believing and trusting in the unknown, even though back then I wouldn't have called it that. But because of those things, it set me up to be where I am now. And I'm realizing now, as I'm looking at it, and I'm like, thank God. Like, thank God I had that experience, because now I'm like, I don't know. I just knew for so long that the earth was my home because I didn't have any other choice. Like, I knew for
Mm.
so long that I'm a citizen of the world because I didn't have any other choice. So now we're going through this experience, Taylor and I, for anyone who doesn't know, we're nomadic living. We're full-time travelers now. I'm seeing them have to grapple with that, with the fact that they don't have a set place, that they don't have like that sense of security that you're told you're supposed to have. I was watching them have to shrink down their belongings, decide what to keep, what to give away, what to put in storage. We had so many back and forths about that alone. And I'm realizing, like, at some point I had to realize I had to have grace for them, because the things that they are going through now are things that I got to learn really early in life. And again, like, if I say the experiences to people, they're like, that kind of fucking sucks. And it's like, yeah, but also now I'm someone who knows healthy non-attachment better than younger me did. I don't
Mm.
put so much value into material things because I know when it's mine, it's serving me, but when it's time to let it go, that means its service is done. Like, stuff like that. Like, I know that, again, this earth is my home. I don't seek for the same, like, security as other people do, especially now because, like, for whatever reason, the universe put me on this experience with someone who comes from down south, who comes from a family in a small town with like small town mentality, who comes from a family that's white. I mean, her dad is indigenous. They also have indigenous. It went out. Oh,
Oh, because I don't know about hand gesture notification want to pop up like,
yo, always at the worst times too. But
yes,
yeah. So their dad is fuck. What's their tribe
Native
name?
American. Oh,
Native, yeah, native, but I forget what their tribe's name is, but their mom is white. So, but even the dad side, a lot of them are white passing, right?
mm.
So basically, I'm in this experience with someone who has like a family who is used to one way of living, who are kind of the upholders of the way of life that we're told we're supposed to subscribe to. And they're small town minded and all of those things. And so, like, I'm having to see them find that sense of security and knowing within themselves that I, again, had to find in myself really early on, because I
Mhm.
always have been someone who's done the untraditional path. I've always been someone who had to, like, figure shit out by myself, and who had to figure out what home was, and who had to make certain situations home where if I had said it, probably would have got some judgment for it. I've always been someone who's done things that have received a lot of like negative feedback, so it doesn't shake me as much. So the other
Mm.
day, right? I think it was Wednesday. We're at Taylor's sister's house. Okay, new house, new homeowner. It's not their home. They're renting, but it's like, it kind of feels like they're homeowners, except for the fact that they're renting from someone who is an asshole, okay? They're renting from someone who's a fucking dickhead, who's a narcissist, who's terrible. And we had to have an interaction with them, a running with them, me and Taylor. And it was like face to face with pure ignorance, blatant ignorance, on some like, they're freeloading for you. Meanwhile, we were invited to stay at that space for the gap in between one stay and another. I guess they didn't know. I don't know. But we're hearing what they're saying, and I'm seeing how much it's hurting Taylor to hear it, how much they're activated there, whatever. And in that moment, I'm activated too for different reasons, but I'm also activated. The next day, however, we're on our way to the sit that we're at now, the stay we're at now, and we're talking about a debriefing, and they're still so thrown off by it. And I remember I was completely at peace because I was like, well, Do you want to accept it? Like, do you want to hold on to what they're saying? Like, I don't know. You just when you're faced with so much so early, you start to realize that people's words are their own. Like, that's all it is. Like, people
Yeah.
just project what is going on inside, and you choose whether or not to keep it. And that's not to say you can't learn from it. I still took the situations. I journaled the morning. I was like, okay, so what am I still holding on to in terms of like insecurities? Did that bring up anything within me? You know, you take it like that. That's how you take other people's perceptions. You take it as like, what can I learn from it? How, what is true? What isn't true?
Hmm.
What is mine? What is not mine? You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
again, those are things I had to learn. But I don't know. I'm just realizing like the universe isn't cruel. Spirit isn't cruel. God isn't cruel. Doesn't want to see you down, beat up, woe is me. No, it's literally giving you what you need to do exactly what the fuck you've always asked for. It hears you when you say that prayer. It hears you when you're crying. It hears you when you're like, please, I just want something different. I just want something better. It hears you when you're not saying anything, but your heart is. And then it
Hmm.
prepares you for that. And it seems like you're getting beat up left, right, up, down, all around, but it's literally preparing you for what the fuck you asked for. And I'm realizing that so much recently because, again, I'm seeing like all of that beat up from early on is working in my favor so beautifully right now. And it's like, damn, like that's crazy. And it also is helping me to realize like, even when you're not actively saying the prayers, something in you is, and something outside of you is responding. So like I'm thinking about like teenage me who wanted so badly to be out of that house. Teenage me who wanted so badly to feel alive. I would watch shows and movies and I would cry after because I wanted to know that feeling that I was feeling through watching that. Like I wanted to know that in my
Mm.
real life. I wanted to feel that in my real life. And then the universe answered. And then it was thing after thing after thing after thing. And then the whole time I'm fighting my own mind of like not trying to get into victim mentality. I'm fighting my own self to continue going forward. I'm like, and I'm just, why this, why that? I don't understand. Like, so many times I was pissed at universe. So many times I still am pissed at universe, okay? Still am pissed at spirit sometimes. But then I realized, like, oh, something was answering the things inside me that I was saying without saying with my words. The things that was happening in my spirit that I was asking for without using my words. Something was watching me and being like, I got you. Like, I got you. It's already yours. You just have to trust the path. And so that's kind of what the journey looks like in a very like esoteric spiritual way, but I guess in a physical way, we're nomads. We travel full time. We live outside of a Jeep currently, and we use something called trusted house sitters to stay in people's houses for free. And in exchange, we sit the house or mostly their pets. And that's kind of our means of like going from place to place until we get like our van that we want to convert into a home on wheels. So it's kind of what the journey looks like right now. And it comes with all the things, right? It comes with all the things. Sometimes you might not feel safe. Sometimes you might be in some sketchy ass areas. Sometimes you're in some bumfuck ass areas and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? Bro, one of the places we came from, why in the world would your shower ever have green mold in it?
Is that not concerning to people? Was
Yeah.
green mold in a shower not concerning? Like, does that not raise alarms?
And so like that's kind of like my biggest problem with it. You're raised differently than other people. You know what I mean? You have different standards of living than other people. And then also like Puerto Ricans, Latinos, we're raised to a very different level of cleaning standards.
Mm.
Your ass is getting beat down if you're not cleaning your fucking room right. If you're not cleaning the bathroom right. If you wash the dishes but didn't also wipe down the counters and the stove, bro, my mom was losing her shit. Like growing up, like I could never maintain her level of cleanliness. But me, adult me now, is way cleaner than teen me. So I'll look around and I'll be like, how is you okay with living like this, bro? But
Yes.
then I have to remember, you didn't grow up with my mom. You were raised by my mother. So I mean, I'll have some grace, but like in between, it feels a little uncomfortable. It's hard for my mind to husa if my space isn't also, maintained.
Yes.
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And you can
Yes.
only clean someone else's space so much without crossing boundaries. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And also sometimes again with the clean mode, I don't know how the fuck to do that. You gotta call a professional. I can't do that.
Yeah, no.
Like, so I'm in that bitch with chanclas on because I'm afraid to touch. Like you would have thought I was in a dorm shower, bro.
Crazy.
So like the journey is very glorified by some people, and that's why people que tienen chavo, have like thick accounts. that's more vacation living than it is traveling, because traveling comes with the ups, down, left, right. Traveling is
Mm-hmm.
you understand as you go what the lesson is. Travel is you fucking you roll with the punches. It's real life as you're going. So it's beautiful and it's freeing. And there are moments where you're sitting there and you're like, fuck, thank God I chose this for myself. Like, thank God I believed in the universe enough to do this for me. But there are also moments where you'll be sitting there like, is this real life? I should I say that bit because I don't want anyone going into it with a certain thing in your mind and you get hit with the realities of it and then you're like, what the fuck did I do? You know what I mean? Everything has its pros and its cons. Everything has,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and if it's not your journey, you'll know because it won't be worth it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is your journey, you'll know because it'll be worth it to you. So I don't know. That's kind of my whole thing. We are doing a YouTube channel on it. It's called Rooted Roamers. Just to share our experience because when we were doing the research for this type of lifestyle, people don't look like us. They're not queer. They're not non-binary. They're not BIPOC. They're cis het men, white men, right? And honestly, when we see a lot of the vans on the roads too, because we see a lot of them, especially now because it's summertime. Again, they're white, they're mostly male, and they're mostly straight, and they just already can navigate this world feeling safer.
Yeah.
So we're kind of we want to share that journey. We want to share the transparency of it all and give like more representation so there are more people living this life, especially because where this world is headed in. I feel like your two choices currently are to be someone who migrates to somewhere better or to really kind of root yourself real good so you're not shaken when everything else is shaking. Like I feel like those are your best options at this moment.
Yeah.
So that's been that. That's been that. It's been a lot. A
Sounds
lot.
like it, but it sounds like a nice like journey. Like I don't know, it sounds like it's been insightful. Like you're looking at things in a different light. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like it also reminds us humans that like things aren't always jolly good or sweet as much as we try to make it. And I think like you're
Mhm.
going through life and life's time right now. Like this is all things out
Yeah.
of your control and you're just like rolling with it. Like you're not like, oh, it's like I wanted this to be this, like you're it's that level of like having to remind yourself like the detachment that you've had to go
Right.
through since such a young age. So that's why it's like it sounds beautiful and it's like humbling. Like I don't
Mhm.
know, that's how I'm trying to look at it as well. Like, okay, like this is life and like you said before too, like universe isn't always working against you. Like sometimes these things that feel like you've hit
Mhm.
rock bottom or a complete like pass, it may be your new beginning. Like this may
Mhm.
be like something beautiful that's gonna come out of it. But you won't
Yeah.
know that unless you just like allow for it to happen and release like that level of like control me. So that's
Clock
everything I've
it.
been trying to remind myself of.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And also, like, suffering is just an inability to accept what's happening in this moment. Like, whenever I feel like I'm suffering, I'm really like about to crash out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just let something go. That means you're holding too tightly onto some shit. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's what all of the emotions too. If I start to feel real down, I'll realize I'm living in the past in my head.
Yes.
Going too much back there. If I start to feel fucking anxious, I'm thinking too much forward. I just need to be right here, right now. And every time I am right here, right now, everything's fine. It's trusting that what I need, the universe provides for me in this moment. And if I don't actually need it in this moment, that's why I can't find it here because I don't
Mm-hmm.
need it yet. But as soon as I do, it'll be there. And that's been the truth. And I don't know. I just feel like that's the beauty of living a life kind of untraditionally too is you get to see how magical this shit actually is. Like you get to live in such a beautiful like I don't know, like alignment with the natural magic of the world. And then also you start to realize, oh, I really am not in control of anything.
Like the
Anytime I ever
polarity
thought
at the
I was in
same
control,
time.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's nice.
No, anytime I thought I was in control, it was just because that was the moment where the universe was like, yeah, you actually do need this right now. So here you go. You can have this
Yeah.
now. You actually do need to control this moment. I'll let you have that. You know what I mean? Or you actually do need to learn something from this moment. So I'm gonna let you control it so you can mess it up so you can learn from it. Like, so it's just that. But yeah. So far we've been in the Carolinas. So we've been to Charlotte, we've been to Asheville, which is mountains. Bro, I love nature. I really do. But why the nature be there when I'm there? Like, why are you out here with me? The biggest spiders, bro. They're on the verge of crash out every 2 seconds. These big
I
ass
was gonna say, but like this
bugs.
might put you to the test. Like you might become over it. Like
I
bugs and
hope
you
so.
might become besties at the end of this.
Bro, I hope so. I fucking hope so. Because I can't. Bro, and then we're in Southport, North Carolina now, which is very like small town vibes, but we're pretty close to Wilmington. So we're really close to like liberal parts of North Carolina, which is nice.
Okay.
We saw a lot more pride flags. We saw, okay, peoples, we see you. Where else have we been? Belmont, North Carolina, in the Carolinas. But we're gonna spend this summer in Mass, and I'm excited for that. Being closer to family. Yes.
But
So
does
we're
that mean
gonna
like 2, 3 months in Massachusetts or no?
yeah, basically, yeah. I want to take up, well, we both want to take up jobs that are outside of DoorDash while we're in Mass because I don't want to drive in Boston if I
Yeah, it's
don't
a
have to. People in
hmm
Boston drive like fucking, they don't like their lives. So we're gonna do that. And then also, we can like save more so we can do the van life conversion. So that's kind of what our plan is now. But, plans always change. We'll see
Yeah.
if we can maintain that. And that's kind of what it looks like. That's as far as we can go in planning.
You're driving
Other than
up to
that, we
Mass,
kind
right?
of
You're driving up to Mass.
yeah. So we have one more stop in between before we get to Mass, and then we'll be there for the summer. And I'm really excited because I miss my family. I miss you guys. I need to
Yes.
like just recharge a little bit with y'all, and then go back out, just go back out into the world. And then also, Taylor hasn't really seen Mass. Seen little bits of Boston, but it's gonna be their travel experience.
I think that'll be nice because there's just so many different parts. Like you can hit the Berkshires real quick. You're in the city, and then like you got the
Yeah.
suburbs. Like you will see all of it. At least Taylor will see all of it. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You've lived here. So, but it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
it'll be so nice. Oh my gosh, I'm very happy.
I'm very excited. And also Boston summertime is fun. It's a good time to be there. It's a little unhinged. It's a little feral. Motherfuckers act like they don't know how to act. But it's okay. It's still a good time.
We come alive. I feel like the
Yeah.
summertime is when we start coming alive, and like you see it. Like I'm starting to feel it. Everybody's outside frolicking, enjoying their
Yep.
life, doing everything
Yep.
that they want to do.
Yep.
I've been enjoying it. I'm like, shit. Now I got weekends back to myself. I don't know how to
Yeah.
act.
Period.
Okay.
Period. I know that's right.
I love
So
it.
what are your next steps then with like everything?
With like,
Yeah.
I am just existing. Honestly, I don't think I
Mm.
have any next steps. Like I've done my part. Now it feels like the ball is in everybody else's court, and I'm
Yeah.
just waiting to like hear back. Honestly,
Yeah.
so everything's in limbo, and I feel like I'm just waiting to get some like clarity around certain situations, so I know like what to do. What's my next steps? Like I am already pursuing to have like a personal trainer certification to kind of leverage that and just like
Yeah.
continue growing in the wellness space. Like that's I think my goal for right now as like my backup plan. I don't want to fall back, and that's what I think I've been fighting is that like scarcity mindset that I find
Mhm.
myself in of like I need
Mhm.
this job, I need this, I need that, I need to do this, I
Exactly.
need to do that, and like juggling so much more that doesn't have value. Like I
Yeah.
think that's what I've also been combating is this idea of like living with intention or doing things that are aligned and out of value and not just doing it because it looks good on a resume. People are like, oh my God, it's such a great thing. And like you get all this like outside, feedback that feels positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But internally I'm like, it's not fulfilling. Like I don't really care. Really questioning like my internal like combativeness because I think that's why a lot of things just like suddenly ended because I think I was just like not aligned with it, but I was just like, this looks good or this is okay for the
Yeah.
moment. And I was just like high and dry inside. I was just like, yeah, no, this is not
Yeah.
really it. Like, I don't want to do this. So I think I'm just trying to move and trust in myself. Like, that's it.
Mhm.
I just want to be able to say, like, this is what I want to do. I don't care who they and what everybody else got to say, but it feels good to me. This is what I
Well,
want to
yeah.
do. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm really, really like trying to hold myself to.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. That's how you gotta live.
Yeah, because I was like, I got no game plan. Like, obviously, I'm just trying to, be responsible. Like, I just moved out, so I'm like, all right, like, I want to stay in my own place. Like, that's
Right.
all.
Right. Right.
That's all I'm concerned about. I was like, it's funny because as I've been cleaning through stuff, like, I was looking at like old journals and like things, and I had found like a bay leaf, and it was a bay leaf, and it had said, I'll have my own apartment. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I did that like a year and a half ago. So it was funny to kind of like see it
Yes.
and like be like, oh my God. And then even like things I had written, like I'll have my own place. It was like in 2022 that I wrote it. And I'm like, all right, here's my own place. Like many things that I was coming across too, like I'm seeing it now and I'm like, shit, like it may not be how like I wanted it or expected it or thought
Yeah.
it was gonna come, but it was like, here's your gift. Like, here's the gift for you. And I'm like, oh my God, like I did this.
Yeah.
Like I did
Yeah.
it.
Yo, that's exactly right. The universe is like, Just wait on it. You forget about it, and then a couple of years later, the universe is like, "You wanted this, remember?
Right,
Remember?"
yes. So that's why
You're
I'm just
like,
like, oh
"Yeah,
my
bitch, I wanted
God.
this 5 years ago."
I mean, granted, I don't think I would have been ready at the time. Like I was asking for these things. So that's why I'm just like now I can see like I'm a lot more responsible. Like I'm just like calmer. Like I'm just like internally calmer and everything. So that's why I'm just like, oh like yay, like thank you. And I'm that's why I'm like, I'm keeping my gift. Okay, I really want my gift.
Yeah, bro, I love that. Well, this is also a great time to talk about what we see for parallel lives moving forward. How are we going to continue this path?
How are
And
we gonna do
everyone
that?
listening, huh?
I was go ahead. I was just
Oh,
asking you, like, how are we gonna do that?
yeah, yeah. Everyone listening, we're like, this is actually us workshopping it right now. Like, this has not been a conversation we've already had. Honestly, I think we're gonna have to take it as it comes. I think we're all just gonna have to be like not expecting a next video, just happy to see it when it comes. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, look, they uploaded again. And then in the meantime, in between time, you can always catch up through our TikToks, our Instagrams, through old videos, watch back old videos. Again, rooted roamers. We
I
have
was gonna say,
it
yeah, the things to
there. Like,
come.
yeah, for like the meantime and between time, we all are waiting for a new video as Deja and I are trying to get our schedules to align. Um, you guys can stay tapped in through other things.
And I think that's valid because I feel like, yeah, we're like right now, like you're physically always moving. So it's
Yo,
just
you
like, yeah, and
want to know how funny that is? Actually, am I or am I not someone who does not like to always be busy?
I feel like you don't really like to
No,
it.
I
And I,
don't. I don't.
yeah,
No.
no,
Am I always busy now?
I say I think so. Because
Yes, yes, I am. But have I actually been absolutely loving it? Yeah, which is very weird. It's just, again, goes to show when it's for you, it just gives a different vibe. And too, like the way that I've been living recently, kind of like living in flow with the universe, I feel like like this feral amount of creativity. Like I'll get like bursts where I'm like, I just have to do this. I just have to do this. Like the other day in the morning, I had played Sims for like 2 seconds, but I was like vibrating with energy. I stopped and I wrote down two poems. I put one of them on Substacks. I edited an entire video that morning and I uploaded it onto our YouTube. Like, and then I put clips of it on TikTok and on the YouTube. Like, I was just on go that morning. And that's how I've been feeling, like, just like, I have to do this, I have to do this. All this morning, I've been working on another video. Bro, it's like this, it's like, I don't know. It's like when you're living in alignment with the universe is like, you listen to us. Well, are you gonna listen to this? Do you wanna do this? What about this?
I think, yeah, like I see that, but I'm also like, this might be your human design. Like you, I don't know if you
True.
remember, but it's also because
True.
that's how I know, like what you're speaking to is how I function. Like you have random moments of like you want to do something, do it. Don't keep
Yeah.
forcing yourself to be like every morning I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna get this work done. But some mornings you wake up and you're just like, I just want to mope around in bed. Like maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But like flowing, like how you're saying, like
Yeah.
just flowing, not feeling like things have to be so dramatic. Because I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but I get into that. Like everything has to be a schedule. I gotta write this down. I gotta fill this up and do this, but being busy in a
Yes.
way that's like intentional and fulfilling. Like you're
Facts.
doing things that are filling your cup up, not like I'm going to work. I got to do this for somebody else. Like this is
Yeah,
all for
yeah,
you.
that's facts. The human design that I have is the one that's like when you do what brings you excitement or something like that, then you get more like good energy. Boom.
Okay.
Like that's the one that I have. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense actually because I'm doing things that bring me excitement and it's like the universe gives me more of those things versus like
Hmm.
when I'm stuck in like a bad place, it's bad. Like it's bad. But when I'm feeling good, it's like yeah. So I guess that is yeah, a part of my human
Yeah.
design. That's really fire actually. I didn't even think of that. I like that. Y'all should look into that. It's a lot. It's a big rabbit hole. I think I spent like mad days on that. But
It is a lot. And that's why I take it day at day. Like sometimes I'm like super innate and sometimes I'm like, all right, I need a little break. I'll return back to like the planets and the stars and keep at that
facts, bro.
and come back.
Facts.
But I'm just like always reminded. I'm like, all right, like hold on. If I'm not feeling this way, it's because X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, let
Yeah.
me change something.
Yeah, heavy on that, like not being dogmatic because bro saying, and honestly, that probably has to do with our Virgo placements. But like sometimes it'd be bad. Like I'm like, I didn't do this, but I gotta do this,
Hmm.
and it's like, girl, can we just like relax,
Relax a little bit.
please? Facts, bro. Yeah, yeah, guys. That's all we really have for you guys. We're just giving you guys some life updates, let you know where we've been.
Yeah.
and what to expect going forward, what's to come. I think, I'll continue to share my journey with you guys through this form of media and other forms of media. And I hope that you guys just have patience as we figure out
Life.
yeah. And also, bonus things to look forward to. I'll be in Mass, so maybe we can have some in person recording, and that could
Yes,
be a lot of
girl, I already
fun.
had the thought. I was just like, wait, let her get there. Let her get to the state and we can do this. I was already,
Exactly. And then, that'll be easier to find a schedule. So,
yes,
it was a while, but it could get better. And
yes.
yeah. You got anything else for the people?
No, no, people, just be safe out here. Wear your sunblock if you need to be wearing that. Because it's starting to warm up, and be safe, be kind.
Oh, and
Yeah.
drink your creatine. I listened to the podcast. Drink your creatine. Listening to that podcast, and I'm like, okay, but will it make my ass fat? Entire time, I'm like, but will it make my ass fat?
Didn't you hear
Have
what the
I
girlies had
done?
to say?
I did hear what the girlies had to say. Basically, yes. That's what I got. It's like a yes with a little asterisk. Like it's a yes and it's a yes,
Yeah. Yes,
however,
very much
comma.
so.
So, but I haven't taken any since I finished the last one because I haven't really been in the gym. I've been doing Pilates recently. I hate Pilates. I fucking hate Pilates. But I gotta
I
do
already know.
something to move my body.
Yeah.
But like Pilates girlies, they're on. I said it before, I'll say it again. I don't know what is wrong with the Pilates girlies. They're not okay. They're not okay. But whatever, me and Nicole be in this bitch. She'd be like, now pulse it out. And I'd be like, I fucking hate you, hoe. And I'll pulse it out. So that's what, and I don't really know if I'm meant to take creatine while I'm doing not weight training. Like, isn't it just for weight training?
Just like mostly for your muscles, and like it does help your brain and like a little bit of like
Yeah.
memory cognitive wise, but like
I'm just
no, it
afraid
didn't.
of taking it and not needing it, and then it like
Yeah.
being having a bad impact. So I think that's why I've kind of stepped back a little bit on it. But
I personally would.
I want to just when I feel like I'm more in weightlifting again, then I'll get back into it.
That makes the most sense because then if
Yeah.
not, I feel like you're just playing around with your water retention levels. And
And
like,
not just that, but like you can have too much creatine in your body. Like that's a real thing.
yes,
So like I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait a little bit,
I
and
think
then
so.
I'll get back into it. But I just want a fat ass. Like I just want whatever will give me a fat ass naturally. But
It's like
not give me tummy too. I don't know if that's possible, but we'll
ah,
figure it out.
that's all I want to. Okay, I'm gonna see. I just want
Deja,
to.
I literally don't even want to hear it. Deja has always had a fat ass since literally out the womb. I don't. I am talking for those of us who only have a fat ass when we ourselves are thick. Okay, I'm talking about I want to be slim thick, and if I can achieve that, everyone can. But have
You,
I yet? No. So I don't
you
know.
gonna get there. We getting it. We getting it.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm a manifested, I guess. All right, guys. Yeah, that's all we have for you. See you in the next one, whenever that is. Stay
Yes.
safe.